What is up, everyone? It's your girl JJ here. We are watching making a cozy game in Scratch for the day. Let's see how it goes.
Scratch is crazy. Yes, the logo may look like it's a character from Peppa Pig, but it's actually a really cool game engine. It was created.
I thought Scratch is one of the harder game engines to use. Does anyone have other experience in Scratch? Because I don't know. I feel like Scratch would be super hard to use. Did they like change it up in the future?
Almost 20 years ago by MIT to help teach programming to kids and adults alike. It uses a high-level, almost Lego-like visual scripting language, and though it's primarily used as an educational tool, it's incredibly popular. So much so that this is one of the most highly requested videos on the channel. The Scratchers have spoken, and yes, that's what they call themselves. So today I wanted to try Scratch out and see what I could create in a couple hours. I don't have a ton of free time today, and I figured this is the perfect test to create the ultimate game. So getting started, I hopped over to the Scratch website and created an account. That's why I ran into this weird glitch where it said the username that I had was available.
We don't have a count. Let's go.
But when I tried to actually sign up with it, it didn't let me. How rude. And after doing some intense research on the website, I found that there was a desktop version, so I quickly downloaded that and installed it on
I like how he's like, I don't know what happened. Let me just install it.
my computer. Now that it was all set up, it was time for me to come up with a game idea. My initial thought was to create a kind of a Kirby Samurai style game where you have to press A before the other person does. But after playing around with the art, I knew that for the vector
That would be annoying. I remember that Kirby game. I forgot which game it was. Yo, Kirby has some crazy game stuff in the 2D pixel art.
style I was trying to achieve, the artwork would just take way too long, so I scrapped it and moved on. I had a couple other ideas like cutting fruit and controlling hands with WASD and arrow keys, but you know what? I thought it was time for us to challenge ourselves and make something a little bit more intense. And that's when I came up with the idea of Ducky's Cozy Kitchen. Now the idea is very simple. It's you're a duck in the kitchen trying to cook, and these flies keep trying to pester you, so you have to swat them out of the air. Yeah, WarioWare, I plead the fifth. So I had a basic idea, and it was time for me to turn it into some artwork. And I found that for smaller projects that creating the artwork first is actually just faster, because it helps you think about all the...
Well, sorry, Zero, you came too late. So, like, I don't know what to tell you because you're a peasant, and because of that, you missed out on the good stuff. So now, in order to get all that good stuff, you gotta subscribe to the Copa. I don't know what to tell you, peasant. You know, it is what it is. Boop, boop.
mechanics and things that you need in the game before you even start programming. Yeah, little did I know that this wasn't really going to be an issue with Scratch. Anywho, so I started to mash some shapes together, and voila, the perfect little duck in his perfect little kitchen. He's got a plant, he's got some toast, he's got whatever that is, and most importantly, he's got some flies. So I jumped back into Scratch, and it was time for me to start working on the programming part of it. Now, considering my last programming video was in C++, I feel like this was playing with a Fisher-Price toy. Within 5 minutes, I was able to add most of the artwork, and I was able to move his hand around, and the thing he's holding is actually called a turner and not a spatula. Yes, mind-blowing. Next, I added the flies, and I gave them the ability to fly around randomly through the room, and also I gave them an animation as well. After that, I worked on cloning the flies so that they would spawn in every random couple of seconds. So now you can have a kitchen full of flies. Great. This is also when
Yeah, I would be annoyed by that. Something about that would just peeve me off. I'm peeved off. I'm peeved off.
I found out that the Scratch forums was down, which made my hunt for custom text even harder. But this is when I discovered something.
What?
It's called a book, and it never goes down. And after reading it, yeah, I still was kind of clueless, but look at this cute mouse though. After that, I added a swatting sound effect when the flies got hit. I also made it so the turner, not spatula, would kind of glide to your last position every second or so. At first, I thought it was a really cool mechanic, and I don't know why, because it's not. It just feels like ice physics for your hands, and nobody wants that. After that, I added this very Nintendo sounding track that I found online, and I'm not gonna lie, this game is starting to feel pretty cozy. So it's time for me to add some more polish to the game. Like waiting a second or two before you can hit the fly, making this toaster pop randomly, adding...
Well, who's this game for is a real question. It's a cute looking game, not gonna lie. It's kind of funny to see it on Scratch though, because I'm here like, oh wow, wowzers. How do you get the background? Did he make himself, or did he just find stuff over there? What's up?
some more sound effects. I even made it so the more flies you kill, the faster they spawn in. So eventually you just have this absolute madhouse of flies. And honestly, that's pretty much it. And I'm almost embarrassed to say, but the artwork took 4 times longer than actually programming the game. And now I see why Scratch is so popular. It's incredibly easy to use, albeit a little limiting. But if you're someone that's interested in just getting started with programming and playing around, I feel like it's the perfect framework or engine for you to use. Now, regarding Ducky's Cute Kitchen, there were a few more things I wanted to do. It would have been nice to be able to finish the clock with a font. I also could have given it a better ending, but my whole thought about a cozy game is it never ends. It's endless. Endless flies. Forever. Anywho, if you want to poke around the code or play the game yourself, link will be in the description. Now, if you're saying to yourself, I wish I could learn how to code, well, fear not, because one of the most effective ways to learn is by using today's sponsor, Brilliant.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna say Skillshare. He'd be like, I'm done with Skillshare, chat. I'm done with Skillshare. Anywho, I don't know, man. That was interesting. I thought Scratch was more of the harder ones to do, but I guess not. So yeah, what do you guys think on the video? Honestly, it was cute cozy game, but like, I guess for experience, but like, can you actually make those type of games make profit? Like, I know some people wanna get into game development, they want profit instead of just like, uh, making a cute cozy game for other people. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, if you are a good developer and you work on either Scratch, other stuff, or like, do you work on projects for yourself to make money, just for fun? How you work on projects? How you base it off of? Anyway, with that being said, this is your girl JJ. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll be signing out. Salavi!